This episode is brought to you by MetroTap. The new digital business card allows you to instantly share social media, payment apps, music, and more. With a personalized QR code and advanced analytics with no monthly fees. At MetroTap, they take the work out of networking. Go to metrotap.me and use the promo code CRUX for 15% off of your purchase of any device. That's metrotap.me, promo code CRUX for 15% off.
And we are back. Once again, we are here with you. It is Monday and we are live. I think Key's going to bring in a happy Monday. But welcome back to Pass the Remote, brought to you by Crux Media, where they take care of all of your podcast needs, from starting a podcast to monetizing it. They have you covered. Connect with them via email at info@cruxmediagroupllc.com. Hey, we're here. We are recapping season 5, episode 5 of the OWN network hit series, Ready to Love. This episode is entitled Sink or Swim. Remember, you can catch us on all podcast platforms. Just search Crux Media Group, and you can find all the array of many different shows that we cover. And if you want to check Pass the Remote out, just search Pass the Remote. And anywhere you catch your podcast for the free 99. If you want to join the conversation, if you want to leave us an email, relstatpodcast@gmail.com, or hit the hotline and we'll play your voicemail live the next time we go live. And that is 843-310-8637. And of course, I am in the house with my cohorts, my peepers, my homies. And then first up, it's the bright ray of sunshine, Key. Oh, geez. My bad. It's Key. Welcome to the show,
Monday.
Key.
Hey.
It was too many buttons and too many things going on at once, and I couldn't quite get it.
It got though.
It got?
You did it, though.
I did that, though.
Okay.
All right, as long as I did it.
Right.
As long as I did it. All right, next up is my cuz all the way from PA. Evie, what's happening, cuz?
Like what it do, what it be.
What it be. And then all the way from the ATL, it's that dude, Jeff, aka Big Muffins.
Beautiful people, what's going on? Good to see you, man. What up? What's going on? Hey.
What up? We back. It's another night.
Yeah. Another Monday, man. Let's get it.
We in the building.
We are here.
All right,
man. This is the most shows we're probably going to do all week.
Nah, because we back here on Thursday.
Back on Thursday.
Well, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my mom's. Her flight leaves out in the morning. Just want to wish her safe travels. She had a great time with the grandkids. Partied hard on Saturday. And when I mean partied hard, Evie, you know how my mama party. she partied hard. So we had a good time. Curry goat, curry chicken, jerk chicken, barbecue chicken, roti skin, bust up shot. Like we had the whole.
Sound real nice. It sound real nice.
The whole island was in here.
Mm-hmm.
The whole island of Trinidad was making it happen.
When your house smell like curry, it's a good time.
It's a good time. It's always a good time. We had the grill going. I mean, it was all popping. Like it was popping.
Dear God.
Dear God.
Now I got to find me something to eat.
Hey, listen, Jeff. When I tell you that curry goat was on.
Listen to me, man. I remember the last time I was up there and mom must have came down and cooked something.
That's right. You was here the last time when she came through.
Because I remember she took me to get that blue crab, and the crabs was in the bag, and I think them crabs was real. She almost threw one of them crabs on me, man.
That's right. Because we was going. She made callaloo that day, callaloo and crab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why you make that face, Keith?
I was just thinking about how good that probably tastes.
Some callaloo and crab.
I don't know what that is though.
Okay, I'm gonna have her. She gonna make it next time she come.
Okay.
She'll make it next time. I'll make sure we have enough to spread around.
All right.
All right, guys. Before we get started, I just want to get your overall thoughts on the episode without giving anything away to the listeners. What was your overall thoughts on the episode? Key.
I
Ain't
agree
had to
with you.
breathe that hard.
I totally agree with you, Key. 100%.
The people can't read body language. You got to give some words here.
I can't give it away.
Is that the general consensus here?
You can't give it away without.
Yeah, we can't really
Okay.
give much.
I will just say this. I think the women were wrong. That's it.
And we'll get into it. You think the women were wrong?
I think.
What about you, Eve?
I was salty.
You were salty?
I was salty because somebody got something that is equivalent to what somebody else is doing. They should have got the same result.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gonna have to run it down and go through it.
All right, we're gonna go through it. But before, just so you know, quick shout out from the Unfiltered people. They got tired of relationship status and my Curl Speak with Key arguing over a promo code.
Curls.
So they gave Crux a promo code.
Curls.
So we will be promoting the Crux promo code here. And they also want us to give away a hoodie.
What size?
Any size. It's a black hoodie.
Is it black on black?
Black on white, white on black.
I don't have that one.
Yeah, so they want us to give away. They want us to give away a hoodie tonight. So
Not take away.
they want us to give away a hoodie tonight. So if you want to grab a hoodie, if you want to get into the sweepstakes, you have to comment on this episode with your name on this episode, whether it's through our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. You got to put a comment in, and then you got to give your name so that we can put you into the sweepstakes, and then we'll run that wheel at the end of the night and see who wins out. All right. So let's just stop wasting time and let's get right to the business. All right. They start out with a meeting of ladies in the ladies' lounge where Tommy lets the ladies know that they have the power this week, and he says, "Hey, look, now we about to have a what's it called? A party.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to let you see some of those men's abs." I wasn't interested in that at all. But and some of the women got to flaunt a little bit and get in the pool, get their feet wet, get some other things wet. So they get to the pool party that Tommy set up, and that what you saw early was the people that had connections, they were starting to drift towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like early, they just started to kind of drift towards each other. And somebody did something that I think was his detriment, was his downfall. What's a tragic flaw? Tragic flaw is a characteristic that a person has that causes their downfall.
Okay, English teacher.
And Corey's tragic flaw hit him up in this. He leaves these little notes around the pool for Courtney to find. And Courtney she's like, yo, I am feeling this. This is what it is. So this is what love is. Key.
You see.
What did you think about his gesture? On just the gesture alone, not as a viewer, if that was to happen to you, you're in that circumstance. You're in that place.
So he's writing me affirmations?
He's writing you these affirmations.
That would have been cute.
That's right up your alley.
Not these affirmations.
I've never had a man write me affirmations. That was cute.
There's a reason for that. It's not you.
What's the reason, Z? What's the reason?
When you write affirmations.
What happens when you write affirmations, man?
All right, so it's different if you was in a one-on-one setting.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say it was a family barbecue and he was leaving them little notes all around like a little punk. You know what I'm saying? That would work. That would work for your woman. You know what I'm saying? But you in a setting where you battling for booty. You can't do that. You cannot, because they gonna talk about you. Because I can't even go no further. But it's wrong. Men do not write affirmations or notes. You want to write your woman a love letter? That is your woman. You want to profess your love to your woman in a letter? Do so. but little sticky notes and cards and
Jeff, you be writing the wifey affirmations, leaving them around the house?
Nah, I try to tell her to face. Oh,
hey, there you go. There it is.
message.
Somebody was calling in with an affirmation.
Yeah, look. But no, I think Corey's problem is the whole copy and paste thing. He can't get away from that. That was his issue. The notes thing was dope. It was a good idea, but it became bad when they found out he's saying the exact same thing literally to everybody. And I think that's what he keeps forgetting. They're going to go back and talk about you, bro. So you keep going with the same exact thing, it's going to come up.
Yeah, but I think but if it's all you know, if it's what you know, right? Don't we do what's comfortable to us because it's what we know? Key?
Yeah.
Whether it works or not.
He been feeling with what he knows the whole time.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Let that man tell his truth now.
He
Let
wasn't
that man
telling
know who
no
he is.
truth. He wasn't telling no truth. He was telling. All he doing is running out of a book. He come on, man. What happened? What happened when the defense get the offense playbook?
That is a great analogy, my good brother.
That was deep.
That's exactly what's happening to him. They
The
peeped
defense got the offense playbook.
and they just boom. All right, we gonna knock this down real quick. Oh, you so sweet. Oh, we gonna knock that down. Nah, chill. It's embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's a little embarrassing to watch. I think that Faith Jordan Willingham says the notes would have worked if they came from the heart.
Right. I do agree.
So you don't think it came from the heart?
No. Okay, the whole setup of that scene, the whole mixer, he was with someone else in Courtney's face. But then you had
They all mingling though.
but you wouldn't send those types of notes to someone if you're interested in someone else, I don't feel like.
But he can't really watch her get the notes. He has to let her get the notes, and then.
Well, let me say this now. Let me say this. Somebody else professed and was real, and where we go next. Tyrone let Shiloh know that he's all in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he takes the totally different route. He kind of does the same thing, but in a different light. He's like, we know he's real about what he's saying, right? Corey did it as a game,
right?
Tyrone's real, but it's odd both of them get the same fate, and they told one's truthful and one, was a whatever. But he says that he was all in, and my question is, was he wrong for saying he's all in?
No.
Ibrahim.
Oh, my bad.
Are you good?
I agree with you. No, he did it. Yo, Camille did the same thing from the rip. She was like, "That's my boyfriend. That's my boo.
Right.
I'm him." Even when she was on dates with other dudes, she was playing the other dude just to peep what Cornelius was going through.
But Tyrone never said that's my girlfriend. Tyrone said, "Yo, hey, if I'm gonna be with somebody, it's gonna be her."
He said, "I don't see," but what he said was, "I could see this woman being my wife, but I could see Sabrina being my girlfriend." So he never said he wasn't gonna keep playing the game. What he said was, "I'm putting you above everybody else, and if I could stop the game at this moment and have you, I will be with you."
Okay, but here's the thing though, like he told Sabrina, like, "Yo, but he did tell Sabrina, Jeff. Didn't he tell Sabrina, like, yo, you good? It's what it is. That's cool, but Shiloh is what I'm focusing on."
But he got to be honest.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Corey. Every time Corey's dishonest, he get called out. So
But
you
Corey
got to be honest.
The difference is Corey basically told two different women he was all in and wanted to go to the next level with them. That's what the problem is. He told them the same exact thing.
It's still dishonest.
It is, because you can't want to be all in with two different people.
Right. I didn't say he was lying. I said he was dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. You outright telling lies. You just telling stories to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
But he's telling them his truth, which is fine. but he's stupid. You know what I mean?
I
But
get
Tyrone was smart. He told his truth.
Was he
that-
really smart though? I thought he played that wrong.
I think these women is doing these dudes dirty.
I thought he played that wrong though. I thought he played it completely wrong. I thought it was too early to profess anything to anybody. I think it's just too early to profess anything to anybody. What are we?
He's not that type
couple
of
of
dude.
days in?
You got to remember the type of dude he is.
Yeah, he's a cornball. We said that episode one.
Wait.
He's socially awkward, so he
Cornball. So
he don't know how to. He don't know how to.
He don't know how to navigate that crowd.
Yeah, so he figured if I single her out and I let her know, then we can keep working on it together.
but later on we found out he got some bad advice now. Your homegirl set him up for that now.
Nah, she
I
ain't
used
set
to
him
put
up.
it in the ladies' lounge later on. She was like, yo, I told him he need to go for what he know. He need to go all in on whoever it is he's in on. So she said she feels bad that that's what it was. She said that in the ladies' lounge. And
That's
I thought
not bad advice.
but wait, I thought that when she said that should have been enough to save Tyrone.
I thought so too.
Man, me too.
But I'm saying that type of advice right there, that make you play the game different. That make you I'm gonna go ahead and go step to her. But he ain't. I don't think he necessarily should have said everything he said, but he should have maybe kept it to himself and then what's that word?
Professed.
Like he should have just went after it like that.
No, now that's my point. Like, no matter if that's how you feel, let's say that's how you feel. All right, cool. I'm into you. Because isn't that a thing now? Like, you don't want to put yourself out there before the other person is at that level. Because
you gotta have a hand.
Because of the reaction. Because what was it in the South episode? You lose hand. I have no hand.
You want to have upper hand when you're getting out dating, and you don't want to go too far too soon.
So you got to play it like, hey, look, you show how you feel without saying it, so to speak. And I think that especially in this experiment that they're in, where it's multiple people, where the way you stay is by having connections with multiple people. That's how you play the game to stay, to figure out who you're going to be with.
You know what's so risky about that though? Is when you have connections, it's two people in the connection. So in Tyrone's case, he had already knew who he wanted to be with. If he would have continued talking to Sabrina, we don't know if she would have fell for him. And that wouldn't have been fair to her.
But that's what she signed up for.
That's part of the game.
Yeah, it's nuts. I think Tyrone. I think Tyrone's the problem.
I mean, doesn't she have a connection with Walter as well?
Yeah, but even okay, dang, we ain't there yet.
We ain't there yet. But we'll get to it.
Hold up. What you were saying, Jeff?
Yo, so I think Tyrone's problem is because you know how they always talk about how they have phone conversations off camera and all that type of stuff. I think Tyrone and Shiloh were like in deep on the phone conversations afterwards. And somewhere in the midst of that, he forgot that this is still a game. So he made that connection off camera. And then when he got on camera, that's when the social awkwardness kicked all the way back in. So I think
my man can't even sit in the pool.
Yeah. I think unfortunately she was probably putting on different behind the camera than on camera. So when she's on camera, she's like, oh snap, I still have to do all this type of stuff. But off the camera, they was probably feeling each other. Mm-hmm. So that's what led him to profess, because he was like, okay, we've done this, so now we must be at the next step where I feel comfortable enough to say I choose you.
Okay, I get that. I guess I think the thing that bugs me about it is that, you know, Tyrone did what he could the way you should do it. You know, you should be able to openly talk about your feelings with the person that you're dealing with, and in hopes that the feelings that they're having is reciprocated. And if you're spending all this time on the phone, and who knows what else they're doing, you know what I'm saying? So if you're doing all of these things and you turn around, it should be a situation where what you're saying and what you're professing is reciprocated. So I mean,
think the better show for him would be definitely Married at First Sight.
Oh, I think he would excel on
that.
He would excel.
You know what I'm saying?
And make sure to catch us live on Thursday, Married at First Sight episode.
At 8
I would
p.m.
At 8
I would
p.m.
love to see Tyrone and Dr. Pepper in a session.
Would Tyrone be Gil? Would Tyrone be Gil?
We'll talk too much. No.
Okay. All right.
Tyrone wouldn't talk.
Tyrone would be Zach, and you know it.
Don't do that. Y'all not about to do this tonight.
All right. People here for Ready to Love. All right. Tommy then comes out and throws in the curveball. Tommy's outfit was super country. They add Sydney and Sean.
Now later.
Yo,
he didn't look like a pack of lifesavers. Like, oh boy.
Right.
Faith. What did Faith say there, Key?
Bottom line for both Tyrone and Carrie from last week is they didn't stay because they were nobody's number one. Phil was Shiloh's number one. If he hadn't cut the other ladies out, he could still be on the show, and that is true.
Okay, I see that as true.
Good point.
Because I think once Shiloh got to in the meeting, got to being emotional and saying she wasn't there, and I thought it was messed up. And we'll get to it. We'll get to that.
I can't wait to talk about that.
We get to that. All right. Tommy throws a curveball, adds Sydney and Sean. Evie and Jeff, thoughts on Sydney at first sight?
She's a butterface.
A butterface?
A what?
What is a butterface?
She's a butterface.
What is a butterface?
Everything but her face. Her teeth is jacked up. But I like her voice.
Oh man, I can't find it. Where is it?
Yeah, they ain't need no curveballs.
Oh, dear.
In my opinion, they ain't need no curveballs. I mean,
So you felt about like who said it? Zadia. Zadia said, "Hey, look, this ride is closed."
Somebody said they're gonna use that.
Perp said, the shouts out to Perp, man. Perp said, I'm gonna use that.
it's cool though. Like she wants somebody to look at her like, oh, I'm more than what you just see. But her face was average.
I like her hair.
I did like her hair. I did like her hair.
I think Tommy threw that curveball for a specific person, man.
I like her.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel like that curveball is for Frank.
Yeah, that curveball was for a specific person.
That way, my boo stays with me.
So your boo gonna stay with you? Hey, Evie, did she hit you back? Do you DM her on IG?
I ain't gonna. I'm not no DM slider.
I do it for you.
Okay.
I got you.
No, thank you.
All right.
No, thank you. All right,
This is just a
Key,
I do it.
your thoughts on Sean at first sight?
I didn't feel nothing. I did notice that when they asked him what he did for a living,
I was getting to that.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I got it.
Got no job, man.
He was talking about that.
He said, "I'm a entrepreneur."
Entrepreneur.
Hey man, listen. That dude's exact words were, "I'm a writer and a creative. That means I create my own stuff."
What stuff?
Where you created it though?
What
platform?
What? Give me your handle or something. Give me where can we find your website or your
anything?
They don't list him as a journalist.
Shout out to the people at MetroTap, man. Can we
Use the
MetroTap
code
that?
Crux 15% off of regular price items.
Yeah. Like come on, man.
When they list him as a journalist,
they listed him. No,
they list him as an
entrepreneur.
Y'all know that ain't job.
I swear that title changed every time they showed his name.
Listen, him and Butterface.
Cute.
I did think Butterface was cute.
Stop calling her
Butterface.
Name now. Sydney's name on this show is Butterface.
That's gonna be the name of the show.
Hey, shouts out to Stud Vision. They tapped in. They done tweeted something talking about something they using Butterface now. See, even you worldwide, man. Hey, if you haven't done it, check out Stud Vision's podcast, dope podcast. No girls on the point. But
he was Luke Cage.
Kind of did look like him though. I believe that.
He did not look like Luke
Yes, he
Cage.
did. He was just-
Faith.
Look, but they did say that he's a journalist, so he might be a freelance writer. He might be a freelance writer.
He a freelance writer for Luke Cage.
No.
Luke Cage
No.
never said no real word. What you talking about?
No.
Nah, because you know Spider-Man was a freelance photographer.
You are not gonna make this connect. It's not gonna connect.
If he's Luke Cage, he gotta have an alter ego. He's a freelance
His
writer.
alter ego is Sean.
Entrepreneur.
Out of all the alter egos, I'm gonna choose Sean.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Mad at me.
Hey, y'all relax. Relax.
You're always mad at me.
All I know is that brother's about as broke as.
Yo, he be hating because he
Yeah.
brought them flowers to
That's all
Aisha on
that
that damn. But we gonna get to that.
That's what it is. That's what it
He
is.
already struck out. He already struck out because he want kids and she don't. Knock it off. I'm in there like swimwear, baby.
All right, so Butterface hits it off with Sean off top. Sorry, my bad. We gonna get back to her name. Sydney gets it. Hits it off with Frank. Not Frank. Jesus Christ.
Lord have mercy.
No, she does hit it off with Frank.
Yeah, but you skipping parts. You
Okay.
meant to say she
I meant
hit it
to-
off with Luke Cage.
With Luke Cage. Can we let's use their real names, people.
It's shot all the way.
You know what?
Okay.
Sean.
With Sean.
Okay.
Sean and Sydney seem to hit it off.
They were sitting by the pool.
They were sitting by the pool. All right. After that, it seems like Camille starts to look at Cornelius as he was interacting with Sydney. She starts to eyeball him, and you can see Cornelius kind of feeling a certain type of way about it.
You know what was so funny about that scene? Because we could hear the conversation between her real name, Jesus.
Mummy. It was Mummy.
Sydney?
Between Sydney.
Lord, you about to call her Butterface.
So we could hear the real conversation, and they were not flirting.
No,
They were not flirting.
she
They
was
were
not
just-
interested in him at all.
It
Like,
was just small talk.
yeah. I'm with you on that. Like, they
I
were
didn't
not.
get no type of butterflies or nothing from that. Like,
That
Me
he
neither.
wasn't flirting with her either. In my opinion, I didn't feel like he was flirting with her
Frank.
either.
Yo,
She is there for Frank.
let's
Period.
get to the point though.
Yeah.
Cornelius need to run, bro. It's
All right, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
How about the fact that they was dissing him? They was like, yeah, so y'all could just talk.
Yeah, like she was like, oh, if y'all interested in each other, like we don't even need to be here. We could be out.
But I didn't like that response. I didn't like that response for the simple fact that they are there to meet each other just as much as the rest of them anyway.
But I feel like the two other women, they already know who they like.
I understand that, but their
Right.
response was so whack. Like they still should have. Well, we know Camille ain't trying to get nobody but the brick next to her, but
Right.
Yeah.
they could have still been a part of that conversation because you're getting to know two people at the same time. What's the difference between when they went on them fake group dates?
Right.
So you get to hear the information too. You see how he talks, you see how he reacts. So let the man talk. You know what I'm saying? And then if it's not for you, you could just be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna excuse myself.
Mhm.
You ain't have to try to put them together like, yo, y'all should just link up. Like, I think that was foul.
The
Even
thing
though-
was, I didn't really think they was flirting that heavy. I really
Nah,
thought
they were getting to know
They
each
were.
other, though.
They was just
No,
talking.
they were just getting to know each other.
Yeah. But they move on, and Tyrone lets Sabrina know that he's all in on Shallow. We already talked about pretty much him being in on Shallow. During Sydney and Cornelius's conversation, Mumin says that she is praying for Cornelius, and then this happens.
I'm praying for Cornelius too.
every night.
Everybody.
Did you enjoy your conversation?
I had multiple conversations.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Again, I told you it's hard for me to see you
talking to other people.
It is. Like these girls will come up to you being flirtatious and be like, in your face, and you just, oh, country bumpkin ass. Like, you're like,
Damn.
Listen, because that's what it is. Like, I feel like you're so naive and you don't understand what they're doing. You're like feeding into it like a dumbass. You can't have your cake and eat it
not
too.
doing
And
that.
it's not, and I'm not going to stay there for that.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm really not. I'm not doing that. I'm definitely very disturbed with what she's telling me and how she's expressing herself. Why bringing this extra emotion into this situation?
I feel like people are testing you and you like failing every single test. And I'm just sitting up here like looking stupid as hell. Like you are an F student right now.
Damn.
I'm feeling embarrassed, upset, mad, confused. I give trust until it is broken.
I'm not embarrassing you.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Okay, Ibra, your response.
If I was 15 years old, I would have disrespected her. I'm glad I'm 43. But on some real, you're not gonna disrespect me. That was disrespectful. I definitely would have called her out her name and told her about herself and left her sitting there.
On camera. On camera.
If, as a man, I would have made myself get voted off that day. That would have been it for me. Because you're not about to make fun. Like you're not gonna what's that word? Patronize or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
You're
patronize. Yeah.
You're not doing none of that to me. And you're not no, sorry, you're not that fine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're too crazy. See, I'm about to start cursing right now. So next,
Jeff.
Yeah, if he doesn't see her for who she really is now, then that brother's deaf, dumb, and stupid, pretty much. Like, it doesn't get no clearer than that. She came at him and attacked him literally for all the wrong reasons. So, like, after that, it's like, what connection do we have if you sitting here literally calling me out my name, all the other type of stuff? Like, and it's not even that. And then that was just, yeah. What they say, red flags. 50
red
of them.
flag.
Right
Yeah,
that was the checker flag. That was the end for her.
Yeah. That was the checker flag.
She didn't even win the race. That was just the end of the race.
Well, before we get to you, Key, Perp said younger me would have called her out her name, cussed her out, and said peace. Key, what's your thoughts on?
She was extremely disrespectful. Like even and that's what he was saying. He was like, "Wow," like when she started cursing and all this other stuff and calling him out. She was extremely disrespectful. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where you be like, "This is a show about us getting to know other people, and you're saying that I'm making you look dumb because I'm having conversations on a show where I'm supposed to meet other people.
Where I'm supposed to meet
when
people.
you're making yourself look foolish."
Mhm.
Because her first thing that she said to the new arrivals was, "Oh, I got a man.
Yeah, my boyfriend, my boo." She called him my boo.
And so, his name is not Luke Cage.
Sean.
Sean was like, "Well, who is it?" And she was like, "You'll see." And it's like one of them things where
She makes it obvious.
she makes it obvious, and I don't know how many days in they're in. I think it might be a max of 2 weeks. But she said that was her boyfriend on the first show.
That's like, to me, that's crazy.
And I always like, how some people are just like, funny, like they just say things and they're joking. I never thought she was joking. Like I never thought it was funny.
Nah, me neither.
Is that Michaela Mama? They might be related.
It could be.
All right. They shift a little bit and they stay at the house. Everybody changes. And that night they have like a little dance and kind of eating type of deal. Corey actually tells Courtney that he was the one that left the notes. Key, do you think he should have admitted to leaving those notes?
I wouldn't. I feel like it would have been more special to her if he would have kept it going for a little while longer.
Or would have not told her.
Not told her at all.
If they connected and then he told her.
Yes, like at the end or something. Because he could have really rode that wave and could have been sending her notes like for a while and didn't say anything.
And didn't say nothing.
He still would have been on the show.
And the fact that she's actually connecting with multiple people who knows who it could have been? You know, who knows who it could have been?
Who it wasn't.
We know who it was.
Wasn't me.
Before we get into the next scene, we got to pause for a quick commercial from the Southern Elegance Candle Company. This episode of the Relationship Status Podcast is brought to you by the Southern Elegance Candle Company, where modern values meet Southern charm. Right now, check out their fall and holiday collection with candle scents such as caramel latte, fireside, sweet potato and brown sugar, and our personal favorite, orange spice. The scent is cloves wrapped in a citrusy orange essence that takes you all the way back to grandma's house. This one is sure to be your favorite, just like it is ours. So visit secandleco.com and use our promo code CRUX, that's CRUX, for 15% off all regularly priced items. That's secandleco.com, where they lovingly craft each scent and city combination to elicit a fond memory to whisk you to a place of pure joy. All right, so they get into the next day. Mumin meets up with Corey, mostly to call him out on what he did for Courtney, and pretty much this is what happened.
After the pool party, I received a call from Tasia telling me about love notes that Corey wrote for Courtney at the party. I didn't get no notes, so I need to know what's up with you and Courtney. Where we at? Because I don't really want to build with somebody that's building with other people to that extent.
Every time I see you, you just keep looking better and better.
Before we do any of that, I gotta bring up something that happened yesterday. Were you like sending notes to somebody, like leaving love notes everywhere?
Did you see me sending love notes?
I heard about it.
Okay. So my question is, did you see me send
No, I
love
did
notes?
not, but I heard about it
Okay.
from several people.
And know what I would say to that is?
What?
How is it that I'm the focus of everyone asking me if I'm sending notes? It's just like,
Corey, are you serious right now? You're not gonna answer?
I'm being dead serious because I'm
Okay.
trying to figure.
Right, got you.
I'm
But
trying
you
to
haven't
figure out.
answered. You haven't answered.
I didn't see this coming. And I'm deflecting hard. Cause at this point in time, I don't know who knows.
Why can't you just talk directly to me and like answer questions?
I'm trying to figure this out.
Got you. So I'm not going to get that answer. So
Okay.
that's unfortunate. This is not about him dating multiple women or trying to figure out who he's connected to. I think he should. But I don't want to prioritize you if you're kind of having second thoughts or you're kind of like, I'm not sure, or things have changed or have shifted.
I know what I like. I know what I want. I just need a little more help.
You need more help.
Are you ready to go to another level of our relationship?
Well, Corey, I don't even know where you are. I'm so confused.
Okay. I want to take you to meet my mom and my dad, and we see if we can get this approval so that will allow me to emotionally go deeper.
Yo. He's a clown.
And Corey.
Oh, he's the dumbest.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pour out a little liquor.
Pour out a little
In
liquor.
memory
You gotta
of-
pour out a whole bottle.
Before I
In memory of
That must be y'all homie. He was never a homie
No,
of
it's just
mine.
no. It's a like okay. Okay, I have two questions.
That's Johnny, homie.
I got that is Johnny Homie. That is Johnny Homie. If you want to know more
That's
about
Ryan,
Johnny,
homie.
check us out on Thursday. If you want to know more about Johnny, but I had two questions here. One, the first question is, what are your thoughts, Key, on Tasia letting Moomin know something that she wasn't sure?
No, she
Especially-
was. I thought she was sure.
Didn't nobody know
Uncle
for
Courtney
sure?
did.
No.
Courtney told her.
Okay. Okay, but my thing is this: I've known you a
Okay.
week. I've known you a week now.
Mhm.
Do we believe everything people tell us?
Yes,
Should we believe
in
everything
this
people tell
case,
us?
It was speculated that it was him already. Even the fellas was going around saying they thought it was him because they knew it wasn't them. So they thought it was him. I feel like Tasia wasn't wrong because you never know the type of conversations that her and Moomin were having. And based off of what Corey was saying to Moomin, you would think that he was more focused on her. This man it's just, I don't feel like she was wrong. I don't feel like, the only thing that I do think is, okay, we ain't talking about that yet. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead, EB. What's your response?
I only agree with that because it's Corey. I only agree with that because it's Corey. Corey is F-boy out, right? But I think she only really gossiped the whole situation because she saw these and don't nobody want her.
No, because she has a connection
with Phil.
Yes.
Who does she have a connection with?
With Phil.
She don't have no connection with Phil,
she
bro.
do. Y'all ain't
She don't have no real connection with Phil.
Phil ain't feeling her.
She next on the
We don't know what type of conversations they had after they linked up at
nobody conversating with her big behind. That's why she came into the meeting feeling some type of way. Like,
when you found out it was Tasia, though,
nobody want that drama. Nope.
Key, when you found out it was Tasia, though, didn't you think it was motivated by her being in the bottom? Don't you think she had a little motivation about her being in the bottom?
I never thought that.
All I gotta say is,
maybe it was that bathing suit bag she had on there.
All I gotta say is, shouts out to my man Corey.
For what?
Holding it down. It wasn't me.
Oh.
It wasn't me.
Oh, Corey.
No, just said she called me red-handed, even with the girl next door. No. Oh, he held it down, man. It wasn't him.
Listen.
Did you see me do it?
Did you see me do it?
But did you see it though? Did somebody tell you they saw it?
Yeah, like
that's the line.
No,
that's the line.
He played himself because a real G would have been like, "Yeah, I did that."
Nah, because
a real G would have said that he did it. Fact. And then spun it like,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So Tasia's a hater.
She is not a hater.
Tasia's a hater.
She's not a hater.
Tasia's a hater.
She's not.
Tasia's a hater.
Oh no, you can't tell me she don't got envy in her eyes. She got vengeance in her eyes. She keeps somebody down.
Into her. Like real talk, she think everybody supposed to be into her.
Hey, Faith brought up that point. Corey was trying to put the moves on Tasia too, but to a lesser degree. We forgot about when he was supposed to eliminate him.
People ain't get the date, so we can't talk about what we don't see.
And you right, but what I'm saying is, Tasia's a hater. She's been a hater.
Nobody want her. Like real talk.
Yeah, don't nobody want her, so that's why she's got hating on her heart.
No,
it was wrong. I don't
people gotta talk to her.
I'm not saying he wasn't wrong.
Like people have to talk to her because she has a vote. Who really want her? Who you really see pushing up?
It's hard not to see this, Key. It's hard not to see this.
Who's pushing up?
It's hard not to see this, Key.
Hey, Stud Vision just tweeted, nobody conversing about her big behind. Evie, my dude. Evie is my dude.
He's so out of line.
No, but it's true. Ain't nobody talking about her. So what happened was she found out from Courtney, who I think talks way too much. And she was like, yo, Moomin done been talking to me about how he feel. So let me hate on that a little bit. And I think it might have backfired because of what happened and they get him off the show. I'm just saying that was the only person that she could have got, really, was Corey, because nobody else like her like that. Phil ain't feeling her like that.
Y'all don't know.
Phil ain't feeling her like that.
She was whack from the first episode we did of this.
So
I really knew her name.
Key, you think your boo is feeling her like that?
No, he feeling me, but he could.
It's crazy. Them songs that we can't talk about popped into my head real quick. Feeling on my. It's feeling on her.
Hey, he's canceled now. We can't bring that up. Well, we'll be canceled.
I said.
Yeah, we can't get canceled.
So,
Okay.
All right, so let's move on along. My second question was, should Mumin really feel a certain type of way under the circumstances under what she's with, where she's in an Olympic dating situation? Should she feel a type of way, Jeff?
Should she feel a type of way? I think she should, but she shouldn't be surprised. A, because of who it is, and this dude has shown his colors. And then B, she shouldn't be surprised because, I mean, like you said, it is the Olympic style type of thing. So this type, the copy and paste stuff is bound to happen. But I mean, it's Corey. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
I think. Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm about to say she connected with that dude. So.
And I think that if you had a true connection, if Courtney really truly felt like she had a real connection with him, in the style of dating that they're in this particular style, is it really wrong of him to do any of it that he's saying, especially when he whether it's by omission or not, he has not lied. He still has not lied.
He is wrong.
For what though?
Because you don't tell two different women that you want to move to the next level and you want them to meet your parents. You don't.
What if that's what you do?
That is terrible.
What if that's what you do?
Listen. It don't work in high school. It ain't gonna work.
I'm just saying.
The only way that works is if these two women do not socialize with each other.
What I'm saying though, listen, E. What I'm trying to tell you is, like, and this is what I'm saying, and this is the only point I'm making. If a person's point,
right,
if what they do,
you can't have two number ones. You're right.
If this
when my album drop is gonna be number one, then I'm gonna do another one. Number
one.
They can't be number one at the same time.
At the same damn time.
Another one.
They can't. One of them is gonna be number two.
Who said it? Who said it best? At the same damn time.
It don't work like that. You can't have two number
No,
ones.
but it doesn't work like that for you.
It don't work like that, period. There's no
I'm just
such
saying,
thing
if
as two number ones. Somebody is under the other one.
I am not saying that this is how it works for me. I'm saying
not
it
saying
may work
like
no,
that for you.
But
I'm saying it don't work like that in the real world at all.
It may work for somebody like that.
No, it don't. Because you can't have two number one singles. One of them is going to be number two. Because there's no such thing.
Why does it have to be?
If we're talking about the Billboard charts, you don't have two songs at number one. You don't.
Okay, so you don't have two favorites of anything.
No, because one I like more than the other.
So you don't have two favorites of anything.
No, one I like more than the other.
Nah, but what if there's two different genres? We talking about two different females.
You can't have two number one songs at the same time.
All right, Lil Nas X did it. He had a hip hop number one and a country number one.
It wasn't on the same chart. It wasn't on the same chart. So that don't count. That don't count. That's not relevant to what we're talking about. Because that wasn't the same chart. He cannot have two number one women. There's no such thing. Somebody is secondary.
Ain't nobody secondary in my eyes.
Okay, Corey.
You all right? You need a break? You need a break? You need some water?
Sometimes you got to feed him the broccoli a little bit. Like when
I was triggered by that whole scene. Y'all know how that name do something to me.
But we all know Corey is wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong. He's dead wrong.
I don't know. I necessarily cannot say.
You gotta say devil's advocate.
I'm
say devil's advocate.
Why? I'm not being a devil's advocate.
Oh, so you agree?
I'm not saying I agree. What I'm saying is,
devil's advocate.
What I'm saying is, under the circumstance of this show, however it is that you deal with dating in your actual life, whether it's right or wrong, perception is yours to own. Now, the way somebody else deals with dating, that's how they deal with dating. It's not necessarily how you deal with dating. However you deal with it, and which we have known from the start with Corey, is he does the same thing with every people. He even said it at the beginning of the episode with the pool party. He said, I'm going to do this right now. And then
She does.
Keita had two shots. You're going to do this right now with this person, and tomorrow's going to be somebody else's turn. And the day after that's gonna be somebody else's turn.
He did say he was gonna do something nice for Momin.
He did say that. So it just so happens that in that moment, that day, it was Courtney, and then tomorrow would have been Mumin's day, and then the next day, who say fat bottom Tasia wasn't going to get one. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was going to get a day, according to Corey, because that's what he does. That's the way he dates. Is it right? Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it. But that's the way he dates. Now maybe he needs to meet up with somebody who dates the way he does.
I think the whole situation is Tasia's fault.
It is
even if Corey is wrong, which I agree, Corey was that shit was whack.
Tasia was hating. I bet you called him the next day. He got eliminated.
But she was silent.
Yeah, bet that. And smashed.
She didn't even speak up.
Y'all be assuming just.
I bet you that happened.
She didn't even speak up in the meeting later on.
64.
2 + 2 didn't equal 64.
Just now it is.
Tasia just wanted some penile implant. And what happened was.
Take a break. I'll be back.
And what happened was. And what happened was.
Bro, it's real talk though.
You know what I'm saying though, son? Like,
listen, all right. Enough of this.
Let's get off of this.
Let's get to the next segment.
Corey was wrong, but Tasia, she stoked that fire. She stoked that fire and she just let it be. Because
I cannot sit here and let anybody talk bad about that king, Corey, that way.
You said what?
What?
You know what? I didn't even believe it when I said it. Goddamn.
You know what? Oh, that was the last king of Scotland, right?
Hey, that's what he said, man. He said, I'm not only the king. He said, I'm not only the king of the first dates, I'm the king looking for his queen. I thought that was sincere.
Well, and this is why he on the show, because all he get is first dates.
Like,
what second date did he go on with any female?
Ain't they in the same town? No. Johnny's in Houston.
Yeah.
They in DC. They was in Houston a couple 3 seasons ago.
Maybe they went to the same high school.
Yeah. Faith, she said Tasia don't like them like that. I don't think she's a hater. She just didn't see why Mumin couldn't see through Corey. No, Faith, no. Tasia want that.
That's what I see.
Tasia want that penis.
She don't.
She do.
Ain't nobody want
Okay.
Don't choose her.
I guarantee you, we're gonna see something on social media. Tasia is with Corey. Bet that.
How much you want to bet?
Any woman dumb enough to date Corey deserve him.
That's what I said.
Oh, buddy.
Anyway, let's move on.
Next.
Next up, we have Camille, Dante, Cornelius, and Sydney go together to the Selfie Museum. Sydney seems to be connecting with Dante. Camille apologizes for her behavior at the pool party. Do you think Cornelius should have accepted her apology?
No.
Hell,
Y'all know how I feel about apologies. Y'all know how I feel.
That apology was whack.
We're going to be apologizing 2004 after this.
Her is accepted. Period. Other than shutting up. That woman ain't nothing but drama.
I don't even think she looked him in the eyes and she apologized.
Look, you know I like Toxic, right? I love the Toxic. I love him from the hood. I love him from the ghetto, like my man said. But that woman is certified baddie. 730. Like
she batshit crazy.
Yo,
not 730.
Go the other way. Forget a flag. Yo. Dipset. We out.
All right. Jeff, big question. How should Cornelius navigate this situation at this point?
with
Ain't
his
but
jogging
one
shoes on.
I didn't
Ain't
ask
but
you.
one thing to do, bro. It's to run.
Nobody asked you. Nobody
yo,
asked you,
yo.
Evie. I'm about to mute you. Nobody asked you. Jeff, how should Cornelius navigate this? Hey, man.
Okay. Oh, whoa. All right. Okay. Let me try to give a decent answer before the honest truth.
Evie, turn your damn camera back on.
Honest truth, Cornelius need to run, but he need to realize this is a test of that quote unquote connection that they said they have. Because if he doesn't see this for what it is and just accept it, like how we talked about on the other show about holding people accountable, he gotta hold her accountable for this, because if he lets this slide any kind of way, it's already showing that she's using this behavior to be controlling. So I'm a mess up, I'm a screw up, I'm gonna call you out your name, then I'm gonna be like, oh baby, I'm sorry, forgive me, and all this other type of stuff. That is something to watch out for.
I think, and this gives me, and this is on a serious note because we just came out of that awareness month. I think this gives me a precursor to, it's not necessarily domestic violence, but what's it called? Mental abuse. Mm-hmm. I think that she gives off that vibe. She gives off the mental abuse vibe. She's going to push and push and push. And I think that she's going to end up in a point where, and we'll get into it later, so I don't want to go with it now, but I think this is where Cornelius has to back away. Mm-hmm. Ibrahim made a funny statement, need to put on her track shoes. But I think that a lot of times that men, we don't look at women as being mentally abusive. Mm-hmm. And so when these things are happening, we're brushing it off and we're going, oh, she's just being a woman. She's just being emotional. And maybe I did something to make her feel or react the way she did. I did something. And that's the majority of men, not all, but the majority would let it slide and let it slide and let it slide. But I think that, and the last 2 months have been red flag months on social media. Everywhere somebody putting up the red flag emoji and what the red flag is. But I think that she full up and I think Ibrahim said it best, she put up a checker flag here. Like, this is where when you see somebody react like this and we're not in a relationship, we're not in a relationship. I am literally on a reality show with you where my job on this reality show is to date other women to find out which one I want to be with on the last episode. Mm-hmm. My objective on this show is to make it to the last episode. And the only way I make it to the last episode is by dating all of these women and getting to know these people and eliminating them in my mind one by one. And you may be my number one. But who's to say that the number two isn't something there? The number three might have something there. And if I have the capacity to deal with 4 and 5 and 6, because Tyrone said he only had the capacity for 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, at first he said 3.
He only had the capacity for 3. I'm sorry. My apologies. I think that Cornelius is navigating this correctly. And I think that Camille is showing exactly why she is single.
Yes. Yes. I do agree with you.
And why she will continue to be single.
Yeah.
I got some garlic and a steak for this woman.
She need an exorcism. You saw that face. She need an exorcism.
Put her out her misery.
Oh.
All right.
I do not need board.
Next scene. Asia and Sean get together. They get into a conversation about kids. Aisha doesn't want to have any more kids, and Sean doesn't. And this is how it goes.
Growing up, you want a house with a picket fence and 2.3 kids or whatever.
I was a mother at 23 and 24, and then a wife all of that time would mix with me and mommy. So I missed a big gap. So when everybody was popping and locking and dropping it low, I had some babies. So now it's my time.
Are you saying the baby making you close it down? You're like, I ain't doing this no more.
trying to get flued out.
Yeah, you almost out
trying
the
to be-
door. Like you got
And they're
15.
about to be in college.
Let's say 15 to 13. I think she verbally just straight up told me that she's done having children, and I feel her on that. But with me, children might be the start of my second life.
Can they get over this? Ibrahim, can they get over this, Evie?
He need to get over his first life. He's an entrepreneur.
No, he's not an entrepreneur. He's a creative.
Whatever.
Creatively and entrepreneur.
I am a social media guru.
I am.
No, I have Snapchat, I have Insta something or whatever. Like, you know what? Real talk. I think that he need to leave my woman alone.
Fight for her Eve.
But she is going to get herself voted off.
What makes you think that?
Because she is very vocal about the fact that she don't want kids.
But it's probably somebody else on there that don't want kids.
Yeah, but they ain't feeling her. Not saying it's whack, but they just not feeling her.
I don't know, because I think
You think that's
Frank
gonna
actually really felt.
You think that's going to
really
get
felt
her voted off?
I don't think that's a deal breaker.
I think that's a deal breaker.
For now, let me say this. I think it's a deal breaker because I know someone who dates a woman who's had kids, who has kids, and he doesn't want any kids. So just because you don't have any kids doesn't mean you don't want any. Doesn't mean that you want kids. You might not want kids. So I think that there are some guys in the pool, and I think Frank is one of those guys.
Frank don't want kids for other reasons.
And Dante doesn't. Yeah, Faith. Thank you for that, Faith. Dante. She says Dante doesn't really want kids, and I think they might link. I think that's a good one.
like Dante.
Yeah. Also, you have to watch the preview for next week. We're not bringing up the preview, Faith. We're talking about this episode.
It was a lie in that preview, though.
No, that preview was fire. Now, preview for next episode is fire. So make sure you catch us next Monday, because we got a lot to talk about next Monday.
I can't wait.
We going all the way in. All right. I did feel that, and y'all might disagree. I did feel that they dealt with the situation. They dealt with the situation very maturely. I did feel that the both of them in the conversation, Sean and Aisha, dealt with the conversation very maturely. They didn't kind of show their cards too much as far as how they felt about the other person's reaction. They kind of just got through the date. And I thought that's how you have to handle it. And then you just kind of process what the person says without trying to be, you can't make emotional decisions, which means you can't make decisions in the moment. And I think that if you continue to get to know somebody, and I'm not saying you could change, that you should or can change someone's mind, but I do think you have to give it a chance to grow and blossom and see what happens.
When a woman got kids and you still want kids, you better tell her up front. Because
I agree.
He should have. I think that's the one thing he should have said. He should have been like, "Yo, I want kids. Even I hear what you're saying, but I do want kids because I don't have none. Like, why should my legacy be cut short because you want to get flued out? Like,
yeah,
fly somewhere. Like, and that's why I think that she's gonna get herself eliminated, because she missed a lot of she missed her 30s and her 20s. That's when you really, for a female or a male, that's when you party. She gonna be trying to party. You know what I'm saying? And she got the body, so
okay. Well, I would say this. Oh, Jeff, what do you think?
First and foremost, I don't know, maybe it's just the people that I know, but at 44, it ain't a lot of dudes that I know trying to have more kids. So that at 40, so you would really go through again like some little 2-3-year-olds running around the house chasing them.
That's my favorite time. I like them when from like 0 to 4. After 4, I don't like them.
Man, listen, that's for you, my brother. Shoot, I ain't changing another.
I ain't say I was going to get no kids. I ain't say I was going to get no kids. I don't mind. I would take it. I would take on that.
And you better go find Aisha in DC. She right down the street.
I shoot clubs up, so she ain't rocking.
Oh, that's funny.
Key, what's your thoughts there?
I feel like Aisha. So of course I agree with her telling him up front that she didn't want any more kids. Which is the reason why I don't date men that don't have kids already, because it's always, like she said, it's that thing where you could say it's enough, like my family, us being together is enough right now, and then you wake up one day and be like, why you can't give me no kids? Like, I want my own child. So it's a risk that you take, and because it's so risky, I personally don't date men that don't have kids already or haven't gotten to the point, because you can have kids and not get to your max yet. You could have, like, I've come across men that had only girls and they want to try for a boy. Well, I ain't the one for you, because it ain't coming over here. You know what I'm saying? So I respected her for being honest, because like Evie said, if you want kids, you need to be honest up front and tell a woman that. But I feel like if you don't want kids, you need to be honest and tell a man that, because you don't want it to get so serious and then I'd rather it be a deal breaker in the beginning and we ain't hurting each other than later on down the line and we have feelings for each other and then
we stuck.
Right. So I respect both of them for being, because he wasn't really direct. He said he may want some later. But for me, you telling me that you may want a child later is a no for me, because I don't ever want to have a child again.
Mhm.
So
He can't handle that New York woman.
Is that what it is?
He was like, you see when he tried to be like, oh, you from the Bronx? Word. Punk ass out of here.
Hey, who you think paid for a date between them two?
Aisha.
Tommy.
No, I think Aisha did, because he brought the flowers.
I think
Tommy paid for that.
Tommy paid for it. All right. Then they get to the ladies' lounge. Key, we're gonna start with you.
Mhm.
What's your most memorable moment from the lounge?
Okay, my most memorable moment was when Shiloh started crying about her not being sure about Tyrone. And I looked at Sabrina. Sabrina was like, mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Because Sabrina basically told him in that pool, you're taking a risk putting your eggs in one basket and you don't know how she feels.
Which I thought was a valid point.
And I didn't feel like she was coming from a place of hate or
No, she
anything
wasn't.
like that. Like, she really cared about his feelings. Like, you might be moving too fast.
And I think she actually liked Tyrone
and
as well.
she really did like Tyrone. So it was like when she heard Shiloh basically said, he's there and I'm just not there yet. And she starts crying. Like, Sabrina actually she cleared her throat. She was like,
yeah, she did.
and she had this look on her face like,
I think she cleared her throat because she know that what Shiloh was saying was inaccurate.
Okay.
Shiloh really is there, but she want to keep playing the game.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
And she knew he was going home.
I don't think that, because if she felt like Shiloh was all the way there, she wouldn't have said what she said to him in the pool. Because she got Walter, so I know she ain't playing hating.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
She's got Walter. She got
some solid connections.
She's got Walter. What's the one from last episode?
Frank? Was he shaking?
No, that's not Frank.
It was in the when she got pulled in the yoga studio.
Yeah, Dante.
No, Dante stayed in the room with Kerry. With Kerry.
Yeah, but he was there though. He was there.
Who pulled him? Who pulled her out of the room? Oh my God, I hate when we do this.
Phil, thank
Phil.
you.
Yeah, she's got
my booty.
Yeah, she's got Phil.
Got that for special reason. We forgive you.
Ibrahim, what's your most memorable moment from the ladies' lounge?
Watching them gossip and lie to each other and in front. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, yo, you didn't even really see her talk. She just sat back and watched that pot just get stirred up.
Just boil over.
She stirred that and turned the heat up.
She just sat back. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on.
Because right now she flying under the radar. Right now the target's on other people.
Yeah, but don't nobody want her, so she's still gonna get dumped.
At the end of the day, she's still gonna get dumped.
Don't nobody want her.
But who's to say two people going home next week?
But I still think that
Fellas ain't sending two home. They not.
they better. They better.
They not.
Even the score. You gotta even the score. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what Fuji said.
I think on some real, you can't have two people on the cutting room floor like that. I don't think that Tyrone deserved to be voted off.
He did.
Did not.
I do not at all. Period.
Okay.
Maybe next week after they get rid of Corey.
I mean, they got rid of Corey too.
What was the first thing? First thing I said was like, "Yo, how they get two? That ain't the rules. That ain't what Tommy said the rules was."
He didn't say that. I watched it again and he did not say that. He said one person. They decided amongst themselves to make it two.
Well,
Let's say maybe he said that in the camera.
He allowed them to do the two. He did allow them to do.
He allowed it to happen because they wouldn't have recorded it if he didn't allow it.
Right.
They wanted to get rid of Corey, definitely because he's just too toxic in the mix. Like
I don't think, and I think that's where we disagree because I don't think
too much.
I don't think Corey is toxic. I just think Corey doesn't know any better.
No. I say he's toxic in the mix.
Okay. I mean, I get that, but I just don't think he knows any better. And I think if anybody could, I think if there was one person here in that situation that could benefit from this process, I think Corey was one of those guys that needed for someone to sit him down and say, "Hey, my man, look, like, because Corey, he's relatively young. He's in his 30s. And
nobody dropping no game to him.
I understand that, Ibrahim, but I think sometimes it's what you need. Sometimes it's what a person needs.
He's gonna be on the next season of Married at
I
First
hope he's
Sight.
watching these episodes going, damn, I look like an idiot.
And that might be what he's saying. Jeff, the most memorable moment from the Ladies Lounge.
The most memorable moment from the Ladies Lounge was when Shiloh started crying, because I think I realized two things. A, she realized she was wrong. And B, I think that's when I realized that her and Tyrone had been hooking up off of camera. And because of who feels that much emotion for the Olympic style dating, like who feels that bad over this and all that type of stuff. So I mean, that's the one moment that really just stuck out. Other than that, to see it back there, just letting it simmer and bubble over.
Yeah, I think my most memorable moment is what some of you have already alluded to, and that's to see her kind of just watching. No, I'm sorry. No. My most memorable moment is when Sydney said, Cornelius. And to watch the look on Guy Camille's face was like, you will not eliminate my boo. Not tonight.
How did we forget that face?
You will not eliminate my boo tonight.
You know why I don't remember any much about what happened in that moment? It's because I'm always looking at Camille's chest.
Camille does have some chest.
That's the best part of her, because her mouth is wrong.
Her mouth is jacked up. I don't know what she got going. Her lip is like funny.
No, it's just what comes out her mouth.
No, like look at her lips. Like when she like smiles, like the bottom part of her top lip like covers all her teeth.
But Joe, did you see her by the pool though? She kind of cheeky.
I'm just saying her mouth weird.
She got a monster back there.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she don't. I'm just saying like I couldn't kiss her. Like it would bug the hell out of me.
Pillow talk.
Like I dated somebody once that had like a small tooth on the left side of their face, left side of their mouth, and every time I looked at them, I saw the small tooth.
Was it like mole?
No, it was just small. It was just, I did. It was just smaller than her other teeth, and it bothered me all the time.
Oh, that's.
But hello, yeah. But you know,
All
right. So both Corey and Tyrone are eliminated, and the issue I had with this,
the numbers,
and I could be wrong. Our Ready to Love experts, please tap in, email us relstatpodcast@gmail.com or hit the voicemail 843-310-8637. Hit us up. If I'm wrong, I think this is the first time they had somebody who had the connection with them eliminate them. I think. I can't recall completely, but I thought it was wrong. I thought it was completely wrong for them women to send Shiloh in there to get rid of Tyrone, and to send Courtney in to get rid of Corey.
Oh no, Courtney should have got rid of Corey.
No, I don't think they should have
she
said.
could've.
I don't
She
think.
should've.
I don't think.
I think she was owed that because I feel like she was wrong.
Right.
She wasn't wrong. How was she wronged? I do not understand how she was wronged.
Because what he did was dishonest. It was too dishonest. But like I said, if you could do that outside of this forum, and I'm talking to one girl over here, yo, baby girl, come meet my daddy. That's cool. And then I go over there, I'm going to another state, and I tell Shorty, come meet my mama. Come holler. You number one, boo. I'm making everybody feel special.
But even what if that's a part of my process? What if meeting my parents is a part of me eliminating people because this is what I want?
That is absolutely fine because my mother, when she say, yo, nah, I listen. You know what I mean? So I get that.
Okay.
But you can't do that in this forum. You have
Why
to
not?
Because they talking. You see it.
No, I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is we're saying that he's wrong for his process in dating. And I'm not saying that I agree. Okay, so don't take my defense of him as agreeance because I don't agree. Because I don't agree. This is not, no, but I although I don't agree, I do deal in right and wrong. And I don't believe he's wrong for however he chooses to date because that's how he dates. It may not be how we date, but that's how he dates. And I don't think that you can condemn a person for what they do. Now, does he get the outcomes that he wants? No. Like, okay, prime example. I'll give you an example. So me and CL, we talk a lot. All right. Shouts out to my boy CL. You know, check us out, Relationship Status Podcast every Monday. Episode today was hilarious. All right. So we talk all the time. And let's say we're talking to each other about whatever dealings we're having with whoever. And he'll say, well, I deal with a situation like this. How would you do it? And I'll say, well, I wouldn't care. I would say, I would let her know this. And then if she chooses to do whatever, she just chooses to do whatever. And he'll say, well, that's why you're still single. Well, that might be. But at the end of the day, to me, if I'm not looking for a particular thing at this moment, if this is how I choose to do things, whether you feel you agree with it or not, how I deal with it is not right or wrong. It's just how I deal with it. And I don't think we can say he's wrong for how he deals with how he dates. Is it going to get him a relationship? No, it's not, because that type of shit don't work. And it's been proven not to work. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that we can say he's wrong in the way that he chooses to date.
Listen, I hear what you're saying and I understand what you're saying. I think you got a valid point. But what he did was copy paste, right or wrong.
I agree. He did copy paste.
Okay. In the beginning, did copy paste work?
No.
So therefore he is wrong for continuing to do the shit that don't work.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question, Ibrahim. Okay. To your point. This past Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys receivers kept dropping passes, and Dak Prescott kept throwing it. Eventually, doesn't he think somebody's going to catch the ball?
I didn't.
I'm just saying, but did you blame Dak Prescott for continuing to throw the ball?
No, I didn't.
Exactly my point.
Look, check this out, though.
We're not gonna go analogy for analogy now.
This is getting deep. I'm keeping score.
Point. Prior to him being in the game, he was out the week before.
Yes.
So his timing is off. So they're trying to get his timing back. He couldn't practice full all week because he was injured. He's not gonna get full practice. So his time is gonna be off in the game. So they gotta keep throwing it until his timing comes back. Right.
Same thing for Corey. You just proved my point. Bingo. Corey has to keep
throwing my point. Whoa.
Until he gets timing up.
Corey did not have a week off.
Lord,
but he got to keep throwing the ball.
No, Corey has continued to do the same thing the entire time without a break, knowing it's not going to work.
How do we spend half the show arguing about Corey?
And so do the New York Jets every year.
I
And
don't
at the
know.
end of the day, they're doing the same thing.
We're born terrible. That is completely.
So anyway, let's move on.
Turn this into a sports talk radio show.
Don't come for Jeff because you just beat the Ravens.
All right, let's get to it. Key, what are your thoughts on how they dealt with the elimination?
I was very upset. I was tempted not to watch anymore. Y'all was gonna have to replace me.
We could never replace you. What are you talking about?
No, because I was so upset that they sent him home. Like, I shed a tear. I was hot. It really had hurt my feelings because I felt like he was honest. And yeah, maybe he did play the game wrong. Maybe he shouldn't have said anything as soon as he did. But I was just looking at it from a different point of view. Like, he didn't want to hurt nobody else's feelings. He know what he brings to the table. He knows what type of person he is. And there was something brewing with him and Sabrina. And if he didn't tell her early that he wasn't there with her and he was there somewhere else, then he could risk losing her. Well, not losing her, but hurting her feelings. So I had respected how he played the game, even though it went right. See, I'm not the type of person that go on a game like that because I wouldn't play the game right.
See, now, what I will say is this, to your point, Key. I think that the advantage that I think this show has over a lot of dating shows is that the people actually exchange real phone numbers.
Yeah, and they talk, and we don't see all the conversations.
Yeah, but to that point, who's to say he's not going to continue to talk to Sabrina after the process?
I think he's probably
not talking to Sabrina, but I feel like he's talking to Shiloh still.
I think they alluded to that a little bit. Like, you know, if this don't work out for you, he said that. He was like, yo, I'm still here. Like,
I still know where I'm at. He said, you know where I'm at.
You know where I'm at.
He's still going to get that. He going to get that.
I was sad, but at the same time, he doesn't have a reason to play the game no more.
He know what he wants. So he just needs to keep the Capri Suns on ice.
Yeah. All right, I got you. All right, we're going to get into the winners and losers segment, which is brought to you by Unfiltered. Head over to unfilteredforever.com for everything from tees to tech suits and leggings for the ladies. And realize, y'all, it is hoodie season. Yo, the Hawk is out. The Hawk is out, so go ahead and grab your hoodie. Head over to unfilteredforever.com because they have you covered. Use the promo code CRUX at checkout for 10% off your entire order. That's CRUX for 10% off. So visit unfilteredforever.com. And remember, there is a science to being you. Winners and losers. Key, who's your winner? Who's your loser?
My loser. No, I'm going to start with my winner. I felt like the winner this week was Dante. And the reason why I said that was I don't feel like we see him enough. And in this particular episode, I do feel like he built a genuine connection. Yeah. So I felt like he won this episode.
He did one with
Sydney, that butterface.
And it's so sad, Sydney. Yeah, because I couldn't remember her name to save my life because y'all kept saying, but I did feel I had really felt like he did great this episode. My loser is the same person every week. I guess next week I got to get a new loser because he won't be there no more. But knowing me, he's going to be the loser the rest of the season. Corey was a loser. Just because he was Corey.
Just because he was Corey. All right, Jeff, winners and losers. Who's your winner? Who's your loser?
My loser is Cornelius. But come on now. You seen that reaction. I'm going to just leave it like that. And my winner, believe it or not, I actually think Tyrone is my winner, man, because he made his connection and he no longer has to deal with the pressure of being on camera. So that's my winner right now.
Oh, Jeff stole mine. I got to come with a new one on the fly. I got to wait for Ibrahim to be done. Eb, you winner and you loser.
All right, so my winner for this week. All right, so now that we know that that's my winner, the loser.
You said
the loser. I think they all took an L this week. Because of the simple fact that now the men are outnumbered by a bunch of horny ass females, and the women got rid of something that could have been true. So I think they took an L to that.
Okay, true that. My winner for this episode, I think, is Cornelius. And I say that because I think he saw the true person. I think his eyes were opened, and I think there's nothing more valuable than your eyes being opened. As well as Sydney, whether it's a thing, and I think Courtney, and I think he wins by default because Corey is out. I think Sydney is going to start to redirect her vision back to him. So I think he's the winner, and I think Courtney is a better fit for him than Camille is.
Yes.
Definitively, mostly because she's mentally stable. And the loser would be the viewing public because of Tommy's outfit at the pool.
You know who his uncle is. He can't help that country.
It's not like he came out there in a suit and a hat. He came out there in something that looked like it had hummingbirds on it, and I don't know what.
I thought he was shocked.
I don't know what Tommy was thinking. Shouts out to you, Tommy. If you ever want to come on the show and explain that outfit, or just be on the show,
If he see this, because he's
hit us up
engaging with the
RELSTAT podcast@gmail.com. Hey man, listen, or hit us on the hotline. Shoot, prank phone call us, please. 843-8637. Tell us where you got the outfit from. Maybe we can we could do some things. All right, now it's time for the Who's Going Home Next segment, brought to you by MetroTap, a new contactless way of connecting. MetroTap, a new digital business card, allows you to instantly share social media, payment apps, music, and more with a personalized QR code and advanced analytics with no monthly fees. At MetroTap, they take the work out of networking. Go to metrotap.me and use the promo code CRUX for 15% off your purchase of any device. That's metrotap.me, promo code CRUX for 15% off. MetroTap, they take the work out of networking. Evie, who's going home next?
If I wasn't in my house, I'd say me. We got rid of the so I really want to see Camille about it.
You think Camille's going home next?
I don't think she's gonna go home next, but I'm gonna say that because I really want her to go.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Say Camille, but it's gonna be flowers.
All right, Jeff.
I want to see Camille go home, but I know to see is next on the chopping block. She gone.
You took my answer.
I've been trying to chop to see it since the beginning.
To see it just be sliding through, but I think she's gonna get chopped. I think she's gonna get chopped.
She won't be sliding through. She be rolling.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get chopped because I think it's gonna come up that she ratted out.
Because she ain't got a connection with nobody. She has no connection.
And the fact that she don't got no connection with nobody. All right.
Roll into some dinner.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Who's going home next?
I think Millie going home next.
Who?
Camille.
Who?
Millie.
Oh, you said Millie.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you. Because I think the preview was off-putting. I think they put that out there, but she gonna end up staying.
I don't know how she gonna stay.
Dropping the red bombs at me.
Real hypocritical if they allow her to stay after doing this to Tyrone.
I think they're gonna let her stay because
that's a new show. Don't that show come on that other network, the Lifetime network, Ready to Start?
Ready to what?
Sabrina is going home next.
That was my next one. Jeez, can y'all stop taking my answers?
You know you could have the same answer, right?
You know what? I'm not feeling her hairdo.
She got the same hairdo every week.
Yes, exactly. That's why we're not feeling it.
I like it on her.
I don't like it on her.
No, my head shaped.
Like her head look like a peanut.
Oh, that's
if you put a blonde wig on a peanut,
she look better from the back.
She does look better from the back.
Stop this.
I'm tattooed.
They are. Her tattoos are sexy.
Oh, I was on my girl joint. Yo, she got the leg piece.
This is when I remember I'm the only girl.
Who, Aisha?
I'm on your side on this one. I love you, baby. I love you, Muriel Elizabeth Wilson. I love you.
I love tattoos on women. I think tattoos on women are 100%.
I do as well. I agree with you there, my brother. Not all women, but on some women it does look. Not all women. Some women.
Put a
it's
tattoo
just
of a silhouette on a woman on the wall. With it.
I'm not coming back next
See you next week.
We'll see you Thursday. I'll see you Thursday,
I'll
Keith.
get it out of my system. I have to get it out of my system. So
Man,
I promise to be a gentleman, and this is not an affirmation. It is a promise.
Hey Jeff, man, tell them where they can find you at, man.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, man, yo. Find your boy at @that_dude_Jeff, man. Be looking for you guys, man. Fun is being had and more bird videos.
All right. Hey, he coming with the snacks on Thursday, so check him out.
I just finished those, bro.
Evie, where can they find you at?
Yo, you can find me on Instagram, BIGKIDEMVI, Big Kid Envy. Holla at your boy.
All right, Key, where can they find you?
You can find Micro Speak with Key each and every Wednesday wherever you get your podcast for free. You can call, well, no, don't call me. You can find the podcast Instagram at MCS with Key. You can find me, the voice behind everything, at The Diary of Key, and that's on TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, everything, Instagram, all that.
She got the best affirmations in the game, and they come from.
Thank you.
It's a woman's affirmation.
Okay, CL. LL, I mean, I'm sorry.
All right, man. You can catch me on the Relationship Status Podcast every Monday and Wednesday on all your podcast platforms with my partners, Neek and CL. If you want to join the conversation, hit us up at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or hit the voicemail 843-310-8630. You can find me on IG, Yosh in the building. That's YOSH. In the building. You catch me on Twitter at I am Coach E, and on Facebook you can't try to find me because it's like 10 of them. You know, do your best. I don't answer but to one. All right, we are out, and if you want to catch us, Married at First Sight on Thursday live right here on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at 8. Until the next time, we are out. Peace. Another good one in the